Hello my loves and welcome back to another episode of Vlogmas. My name is Gabby and on today's episode I wanted to create my summer bucket list with you all. I was hoping it would be a little bit sunnier to create that summer bucket list, but it has been very hot and very muggy and I don't think a storm is too far off. So we are a little bit overcast, but nonetheless let us get into that planning. So I'm going to start using my art journal and my pens and jot down some of the ideas that I have, and then I've also brought my iPad so I can look at Pinterest for some inspiration, and then I want to create a really nice list on paper as well as a mood board on Pinterest to match. Here we go. The first thing on my list is going to be to go to the beach. Very cliche, but we definitely have to cover that one. I am actually going to be able to tick that one off next weekend. I am going to go down the Gold Coast just for the day, but it will be nice to stop by the beach and soak up all of the summer vibes. I'm not the biggest fan of just sitting on the beach or spending the whole day in the water. I find it very tiring to be in the sun for too long, but I do love shopping in the summer along the beach, enjoying all of those more boutique stores that you can go to along the beachfront, having an iced coffee on the waterfront. It's just such a nice way to spend some time reading on the beach, enjoying time with friends, all those sorts of things. So I think I'll try and go to the beach a couple of times over the break. It's about an hour or so's drive from my house, so it's not always as accessible as I'd like it to be. We are East Coast here in Brisbane, so the sun rises over the beach, and I don't think I've ever taken the time to go and see that. Now is definitely the time to go and experience that one. It just means getting up very, very early, because at the moment the sun is rising like around 4 a.m. If you've got to drive for an hour, you can do the math. I'm definitely going to add that one to my bucket list, and maybe even be able to pull a group of friends together to go see it, potentially even book and spend the night at the coast so that it's a bit more accessible to enjoy that sunrise. But I think this is the summer to do it. The next thing on my list is to play a game of tennis. I think I've only ever played one game in my life, but I really like the aesthetic of it, and it's something that's always caught my attention. I just haven't had the opportunity to go and enjoy it, but I do have a couple of friends who want to go and play some rounds, and so it's the perfect time to pop that one on the list. Now I just have to book it in with them. Now the next thing I've added to my list is to host a garden party. I do have a really nice backyard, and I did try and do this for my 21st birthday, but of course it rained on the day. So with my 25th birthday only 3 weeks away, it might be a good time to start planning that. And if not for my 25th birthday, I just think it's such a nice thing to do with friends. I'd probably want to string up some fairy lights and make it really nice and pretty, have lots of flowers, all those sorts of things. So we'll try and fit that one in this summer as well. So next on my list, I have just written go strawberry picking. I have done it a couple of times in the past, but it has been a little while. It's such a fun experience, and I love strawberries, and having that farm fresh experience would just be such a good way to spend the day. So that one has definitely got to be on my bucket list. The next item on my list is to actually go dancing, and by dancing I mean clubbing. I am the youngest in my group, so we've sort of dwindled off the club scene as we get a little bit older, but I am very keen to go and hit the dance floor, so I'm hoping that maybe I can leverage my birthday to go out. It's not exactly the best time of year, being almost New Year's Eve, so maybe I'll plan my party to be away from that very busy time, and that way we can still go out and dance. I know the scene has changed a little bit, but it's so much fun to just go out and dance with your friends, so I'm excited to try and schedule that one in. Up next we do have a movie marathon. I think it's so important to schedule time in to relax, and it's something that I'm not always very good at, so just having that day where I can either be with friends or even by myself and just chill out, watch some movies or even a show, and just relax in the lead up to Christmas. Sounds like such a good idea. The next item I'm going to add to the list is to go to a water park. I do have an annual pass and I don't use it as much as I would like to, so that's something I would really like to schedule in and make sure that I'm getting the most out of my pass. And I just love water parks. I think they're so much fun, and at this time of year it's definitely the right time to be going. Not only do I want to go to the beach, but I'm also thinking it would be really nice to go a little bit further out to one of the islands. Obviously there's beaches there too, but I think having a day trip, having to take a ferry somewhere would be a really nice way to have a vacation in the day. It's not always accessible to stay places overnight with such a busy schedule, but it would be really nice to just have that day out enjoying different parts of the country. Now the next one on my list is boring but necessary, and that is to declutter my space, which means making sure everything I need has a home and everything I don't need I can either sell or donate to charity or just get rid of. I find that having a home for everything means that your space stays cleaner for longer, and that can just alleviate so much pressure when you come home from work and just let your brain be calm and get the things done that you need to do of an evening. I would also really like to go to the art gallery, not just because it's always really nice to look at the art and enjoy some culture, but because they have a really nice space where you can just work and be creative. And I think that it's often nice to get out of your space and go somewhere where other people are being creative and just bounce off of their energy. And I really want to build that more into my regular schedule. So I think doing that as part of my bucket list is going to really cement that experience as part of my regular routine. We are already at 10 things on my list. I'm sure I'm going to keep adding more over the coming weeks, but I think we'll leave it there for now on the video. I'm so excited to take you guys along as part of my bucket list, and hopefully this has inspired you to create your own bucket list too, even if it is for the winter. I am so grateful to all of you for being here. Please let me know in the comments what's on your bucket list. If you like this video, please subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.